Hey, what's up, guys? So in this video, I'm gonna be talking about why long distance relationships don't work. Um, just why you shouldn't even bother yourself with the other person to get in them because they don't work. They usually don't work. There's always the exceptions that do work out. They might have different circumstances, or like they were just meant for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like there's exceptions, but for the most part, I would say like 95% of long distance relationships don't work. And I feel like everybody's been in a long distance relationship, through social media nowadays, but I wouldn't even, to be honest, bother with it. Like, don't get serious online. Especially if it's like you've never ever even met them, because you're more likely to get attached to a long distance relationship person because you've never been with them physically, so you never had a bad experience with them. You know what I'm saying? Because like if when you're with somebody, there's always those moments where it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, or maybe they say something wrong or you say something wrong, and it just makes you think like, ooh, like, do I really want to talk to this person? Those moments like that. And you never have those with that person. So you get to kind of fill in the gaps about this person. It could be from you obviously know what they look like, but if they don't show you the bottom half of their body, you might be thinking something else, You might imagine her with like a huge ass or some shit, and it turns out she has no ass. Like this person, even though you might know them inside out, you don't know them inside out because you've never physically interacted with them. You could assume from everything, because they can tell you anything that they want. They can tell you that they're the most confident social person in the world. But then you meet them and they just look at their feet the whole time because you don't know. You've never physically been with them, so you just fill in the blanks in your head about them, and then by what they tell you or like what you just assume, but you actually don't know them, you know. And who knows? Maybe they just take good pictures. Maybe they're not even pretty. But yeah, it yeah that like as real as they might seem, and there are exceptions. There are exceptions to people who are actually exactly who they seem to be online, but then there's the 90% who's not. I know I take good pictures, but I'm ugly as fuck in real life, so. But, yeah. Another reason why you shouldn't even bother with it, why I think personally it's a waste of time, it's a waste of your time, it's a waste of their time, is because it's just you being a teenager, alright? You being a teenager at school, if you're in a long distance relationship because somebody slid in your DMs or somebody Snapchatted you, then that means that you are low-key desperate to get in a relationship, whether you know it or not. It's just so low-key. It's so like unconscious, but you are desperate to get in a relationship. You're desperate to have some kind of emotional connection to somebody that you're willing to do this. That's why you asked them out or you accepted them asking you out, because you're desperate for emotional relationship. While you're at school and somebody hits you up, somebody who goes to your school or somebody, who's in your vicinity of life hits you up or thinks that you're cute, you're gonna talk to them. Like, real shit, probably 90% of you guys watching this would talk to that person because you would want to pursue that. You wouldn't want to pursue this impossible route that you have established by being in a relationship with this stranger. You would want to be with this. You would want to pursue this person you could actually touch and be with. So you're gonna hurt that person, that long distance relationship person who might have taken it really a lot more seriously than you. Because that's what would happen, and we all know that. We all know that you would leave that person for that person. Like, 90% of you guys would. And that's just not fair, and it's just a waste of time, because you and that person, y'all will never meet each other, probably. I'm a lot of 90% here, but 90% sure you'll never meet that person. Especially if you live in like New York, they live in California, you know what I'm saying? Like, they live a really far distance away. Even if you had a license and a plane ticket, like, that shit would still be so much, Like, it's just, you can pursue that if that's what you would like, but it would just take so much for you guys to even like live together, for you guys to just like, because one of you guys are gonna have to pack up and move, you know what I'm saying? It's just like too much. But if that's for you, you know, if that person's worth it, then go for it. But I think you guys should just pursue the person who's interested in you here, you know, and that's why long distance relationships don't work. Especially if you're just like 14 through 18 without a license, especially without a license. I keep saying that because at least if you have a license and you're 18, it's just like, oh, I can book a plane ticket to see you, or oh, I can drive there. But if you're 16, you don't have a driver's license, you don't have enough money for a plane ticket, then the fuck are you gonna do? FaceTime for 2 years, you know? That's it. Most of this was just my opinion, but yeah.